So, as a Green Bay Packers fan, our game was at 1 o'clock, and I just went on a straight up roller coaster in regards to my emotions. And I was so depressed going into the fourth quarter of our game that when we won, by the time the Cowboys and the Cardinals came on, I had the biggest grin on my face, and I was just happy to finally, I don't know, man. When I was watching this game, I was watching it, but I was just so happy that we had won. And then, of course, I got to say this. As a football fan, our worst fear has happened. The pop world has infiltrated football. When all I could do is scroll on my phone and see Taylor Swift was at the Chiefs game, I just, you know what? I think I might have turned this game off. I was watching the Cowboys and Cardinals, and because the Taylor Swift stuff was happening, I just turned the TV off. I said, no. The one day of the week where us men and football fans get to avoid the BS of politics and just prissy pop stuff, it has infiltrated our world. It got so bad with all that Taylor Swift stuff, they basically gave her a concert. If you were watching Fox and watching this game, they put Taylor Swift. She wasn't even at this game, but they kept showing Taylor Swift. They basically gave her a concert. Just completely ruined my Sunday. So I don't even think I finished watching this game. But when I did stop watching it, the Cardinals were up. And, of course, I know the outcome. The Cardinals ended up winning this game and, quote-unquote, brought the Cowboys back to reality. Now, we're going to watch the highlights and see what went wrong. The little bit that you can really see in a highlight video. But we're going to check this out, man. See what happened to the Cowboys and why I think the Cardinals are better than a lot of people give them credit for. But let's get into it, man.
That's the big challenge, is if you spend too much time worrying about Micah Parsons, they've got other good players to hurt you.
Here's Dobbs with room to the edge, and Joshua Dobbs gallops down the sideline. Makes the cut inside the 30.
I went to the Commanders-Cardinals game week 1. Cardinals played that tough. Last week they played tough. Like, the Cardinals,
one-on-one, and Curse wins that.
They are a tough team. Do I think they're going to win or do anything major in the NFC? No. But they are a lot tougher than you just see 0-2 and think, oh, the Cardinals are terrible. They're a really tough team. Really tough. And I know their roster looks completely different compared to the past couple of years when they had basically an all-star team. Now nobody's on the team. But the Cardinals are really tough, man. Really tough.
First down run for Connor, who's got a seam. James Conner inside the 25. 3rd and 2. Dobbs to throw. Connor out of the backfield. One-on-one against Curse. He makes it 1st and goal. Just outside of the 5. It is Connor. Short side of the field.
So stopping the run, that was something I noticed. Their run defense, Cowboys, it was not good. The run, I think they gave up almost 200 yards rushing. Like, as they make a stop on this two-point conversion. But the run defense was just terrible.
Looking up top on 1st down. Instead checks it down, and it's the fullback Hunter Lipke. And his first
Dak making the right decision.
NFL for when you're calling this game, Moose.
Taking the check down.
Midfield, 1st and 10. Pressure from behind and sacked again.
That's just terrible pocket presence. He had a little bit of space to move up. He had lanes to get out of the pocket.
That's the second.
That's just terrible pocket presence.
Rid of it quickly to Michael Gallup, who slips a tackle and gets it all back and then some. On 3rd and 4. Prescott around the left side, turns the shoulders, and it's knocked down. Including from 55, so he's got the range. And he shows it off here, right down the middle.
That's great defense.
All these Cowboys fans.
That's just great defense by the Cardinals. Dak probably could have forced it and tried to get the first down, but I see what he was going for, and defense just made a good play.
He's got it again here out of the backfield.
Yeah, the run defense was terrible. The run defense was terrible. It was really bad.
They line the receiver up in the backfield, and he gallops 45 yards for the Cardinal touchdown.
Now this is a great job by Tristan Colin on the block. He's the one that climbs to the second level and gets Marquise Bell. And there's a huge void for Rondell Moore to run through. You've got to get that alert. Hey, it's not
he
James
basically,
Conner, it's not
well,
six.
not basically.
It's
he didn't get
4,
touched.
and he's got breakaway speed
That's
in the
just not.
Nice
That's not good.
That is from Conner, the big bruising back. You stick this jitterbug in there, and he explodes through the middle. They're going to go for 2. The first time didn't get it.
Run
Look
for
to chase
2
those
again.
points back. Fake to Conner. Dobbs throws incomplete. And so keep this
Still Stephon Gilmore. And look,
Pollard.
everybody's saying did Trayvon Diggs make that big of a difference on their defense? I think this was going to happen regardless of whether or not Trayvon Diggs was on the field. Now, having Trayvon Diggs does make a drastic difference in regards to scheme for the Cowboys. But, again, if anything, the Cowboys' run defense is what really, I think, is what really got exposed, quote unquote, for this game. They couldn't stop anything. I mean, Rondell, James Conner, they was just. I mean, they was getting bullied up front, and the gaps that they had, man, it wasn't good. The run defense is really what got exposed to me. Pass defense, I mean, it's Dobbs, so you know what I mean? Like, you really can't.
Pressure coming, quick throw, Brandon Cooks, first down.
It's kind of hard to judge
the
pass defense if your starting quarterback is Joshua.
Your excuses. Injuries are a part
Did he
of
get
this
the first
game.
down? I don't think he got
Second
it.
down, it is Ferguson. Got around Barnes. Jake Ferguson makes it third.
Moving up the field, making the right reads.
Another Pollard run. Pollard, a nice
boy Tony.
First down inside the 10.
And the Cowboys' offensive line, I think 4 people were out.
Rico Dowdle cuts it back.
That's tough. I love this guy. What's his name? Rico Dowdle. I love him. He had another run in the third quarter, I believe, on the screen. We'll see it probably. I love this guy. He is tough.
About 5 yards per rush so far this season. Opening things
Good
up
cut.
for James Conner here.
Yeah, that run defense, boy. This was bad. It was really bad. It was really bad. I mean, they just got bullied up front.
Here he comes. Quick throw. James Conner. Damone Clark throws him out of bounds. Playing center for the Cardinals. 3rd down and 7 here. Pressure coming. Another quick throw. Rondell Moore's boxed in and pushed out.
That was a good defense. Great defense.
Yeah, and he's got this one too. What a luxury to have a kicker as reliable. 3rd and 20. Rico Dowdle scored the touchdown. Into the game, a running back. Underneath they go to Ferguson, and on 3rd and 20.
Yeah, man.
10.
I think you go with something safe on the
So,
first wave.
if you had to grade the first half, I mean, I would give the Cardinals a B+, and I would have gave the Cowboys a D. I don't think.
See if Prater's still got it in him from 62, a line drive.
He made that.
That's line drive shot from 62 yards.
That's crazy.
Third down, less than one. Handed off to the fullback Lipke. He's got a first down. Cardinals.
We got to talk about the progression of kickers and just how better kickers are today. And how, like, 60 yards is almost like expected of you now.
Prescott's first read was taken away. Able to slip a man. Keep it alive. Prescott cuts it back.
That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's big boy shit.
Prescott in trouble. Got rid of it for Cooks, but incomplete.
And that's just good defense.
It's essentially an extra point here, but it counts for 3.
Oh, I thought he was about to miss it.
Inside the upright. 3rd and 8.
Yeah, that just looked like good coverage.
This is a flag.
That looked like good coverage.
False start.
And they were.
Reference number 72. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Dak made the right read.
For the most part, stayed out of 3rd and very long like this. They're going to just run a draw, conservative play, not give Parsons.
They had a defense, run defense held up.
Crazy with the pass run.
On Dennis Gardeck, and that is a 61-yard penalty.
Michael Gallup climbs.
It's a hell of a throw, hell of a catch.
Than they were in the pass game.
They wore the Jets down last week. Trying to come from behind this week. CeeDee Lamb's got it.
That's
He's
tough.
got a first down from the Arizona 42. It is Pollard again with a head of steam. He hops through.
Love this boy. Love this boy.
All the way inside.
Pollard is him, man.
Here as well. Tight end to the right side.
Tony Pollard is him.
The snap, picks it up, escapes with a flag down, likely
holding.
Throws into the end zone, and Wilson knocks
And
it away.
still great coverage.
Prescott looks.
You got the lane. No, you don't. That's good coverage. That's good coverage.
Brown, he's got it. And he's inbounds.
That was a hell of a catch.
Pressure coming. There's Parsons.
There we go.
Stamp on this game.
Michael Parsons. He was going to make a sighting sooner or later.
Dowdle. Rico Dowdle, good surge on the left side of that offensive
He is tough, man. Show the screen.
Throws to Gallup on the slant, beating Clark. First down inside the 10.
Good read, good throw. Once again in the red zone. This is their 3rd red zone attempt.
One-on-one, CeeDee Lamb can't
Nothing.
get it with the coverage from Moore. Who has now hit his last 15 after the missed extra
Yeah,
point.
man. The Cowboys, this the thing. They're getting down the field. Dak makes all the right reads and gets down the field. They get in the end zone, red zone, and they can't score. You can't score. And again, if you look at the first 2 weeks, the offense didn't put up a lot of points. Defense was spectacular. Special teams made some plays. Like, it wasn't like Dak had done anything special the first 2 weeks. But you look at the score of both weeks and you think, oh, wow. Like, no, the defense is really what was winning those games. And then special teams doing a phenomenal job as well. And, I mean, I said it the first 2 weeks. So, again, and for everybody, we're going to get to it. But for everybody clowning the Cowboys, already saying it's over, that's just ignorant. Because, again, the Cardinals are better than what their roster and their record says. I just want to throw that out there.
His career.
The Cardinals are tough.
Joshua Dobbs sets the
They play tough every week. That you can't explain. I'm going to assume miscommunication, but that's terrible. There's no reason for somebody to be that open.
Fake to Connor. Dobbs retreats and floats for the end zone.
It's a hell of a throw.
It's a touchdown.
Great poise. Like a lot of the things you would have expected from Dak, I saw from Dobbs.
They got beat on the release right there. Stephon Gilmore stepped late, and you've got a lot of quickness.
Gilmore just a step behind. But that was just a great throw. A great catch.
Just late reacting.
Because Gilmore actually kind of recovered.
Under 7 to go. Prescott finds Gallup. Perfect strike on a slant.
They get up the field. Come on, let's watch it. They get up the field.
Dallas has done a good job getting down into the 20.
Look at this.
Area, into that red zone area, but they've stalled there again this week like they did last week. So we've seen this during the course of the day where they've moved the ball effectively.
Hold it.
Defense number 9.
This goes on.
Oh.
Bentley has added the end of the run. Automatic first down for Dallas.
Screen for Dowdle.
This is it. Look at this. Whoop. Whoop. That's crazy. I love this dude. I saw that highlight. I said, oh, yeah, he is tough.
Here pretty soon. 2 chances to get it in here. Prescott looking in zone. That one's picked off. It's Kaiser White.
They could not get in the end zone. And that was just a terrible read by Dak. I don't know why he let that go, but yeah. Cowboys just could not get in the end zone, man. So that was like their 4th or 5th time in the red zone with no points.
But still, a lot of people consider them to be the best team in the NFL at this stage. And they came out and played a heck of a game. They did everything they needed to.
Outmanned today when you look at it on paper, but going to win this game by 2 scores. And in doing so, Joshua Dobbs is going to get his first start as an NFL quarterback. Gatorade bath for Jonathan
Definitely.
Gannon.
Congratulations to Dobbs, man. Again, the Cardinals are tough, man. I don't think enough people are giving them credit. They're kind of saying it was more of a Cowboys loss than the Cardinals win. The Cardinals are tough. Again, I know you look at their roster and you think, damn, like considering everything that they had a couple of years ago, the fact that literally everybody is gone, and Kyler's hurt, you just think, damn, like they're done for. They are a tough team. They really, really are. I'm not a fan of Joshua Dobbs, but the kid got heart, man. He got heart. The whole team has heart. They compete every single week, knowing that they're, from a roster standpoint, they're probably at a disadvantage every week, and they fight, man. You got to give it up to the Cardinals, man. Now, again, do I expect them to do anything? No. I don't expect the Cardinals to be really in the conversation even when Kyler gets back. But a tough team, man. Really tough team. And they outworked the Cowboys, man. They outplayed them, outsmarted them. I mean, to keep it simple, man, the best way to describe this game was the Cardinals ran all over them. I mean, that's really it. The run defense was terrible, and that's just a testament to the lines. I mean, O-line just dominated Cowboys D-line, and I mean, yeah, it's really nothing to really say. I mean, again, it's not like Dobbs went out there and threw for 300 yards. Like it was really all about the run game. They could not stop it. So again, I don't think even with Diggs that would have made much of a difference. But overall, I think the Cowboys are still in a good position. Believe it or not. You got humbled, which is I would prefer. I feel like I could speak for any fan of football. You would rather be humbled early in the season than later. I think the Cowboys would be fine. Did they get exposed? I mean, again, if you watch the first couple of weeks, I'm going to say no. Because outside, okay, that Giants game, they did a pretty good job of containing Saquon. The Jets, they just, even with Brees Hall and everybody, and Cook, I don't know why they shy away from running, knowing that you don't have Rodgers anymore. And I heard that's something that people were kind of saying yesterday as well about the Jets. They don't know why they don't refer back to the run game, knowing that you don't have Rodgers, knowing that Zach Wilson, you gotta help him, build his confidence or whatever. You gotta run the ball. So considering that the Jets really didn't do that last week, and then that's all the Cardinals did this week, you could say the run defense got exposed, but I don't know. I don't know who specifically to blame for this one. But again, I'm gonna give the credit to the Cardinals, because again, the Cardinals have hung tough all 3 weeks, and this being the week that they finally got a win. I think the Cardinals are better than what a lot of people give them credit for. But the Cowboys will be fine. Rough loss. You didn't want to lose to a team like the Cardinals, knowing that from a talent perspective, even though the Cowboys had a good amount of people out, you just don't want to lose to a team that you should have beat. But it's better to get those kinks out now than to deal with them later. In regards to Dak, again, man, getting Dak, it's so hard to judge Dak, because he's better than most quarterbacks. As we saw, he gets you down the field. And for whatever reason, they just could not get in the end zone. And that's kind of a mirror to the Cowboys in their seasons. Dak will they'll look respectable all season. They'll have their ups and downs, whatever goes on. They're always usually in the hunt, if not in the wild card. Get to the big games and they fold. I don't know. But again, I always say, as I've been saying in all these NFL reactions, I usually wait till week 4 before you can finally stamp teams and who they are and what they're going to be. I don't really know what the Cowboys are going to be, but I know it's probably a playoff team. They're going to the playoffs. I think the Cowboys will be fine. You just gotta clean up. You gotta clean some things up. That's it. Just clean some things. That's the best way I can describe it. It doesn't need a total makeover. It just needs to be cleaned up. And once you do that, specifically on the offensive end, I think the Cowboys will be fine. But until then, I think relying on your defense is probably still the best route. Now, again, I do think the Diggs injury is a big deal, because I think it was much better when you just had that dual threat, at cornerback with Diggs and Gilmore, and the fact that any given week you would have had, it was a good amount of plays last week where Gilmore was on Reed. He wasn't on Garrett Wilson. You know what I mean? And vice versa. So I think that was a lot more of a balanced situation for the Cowboys than this, when Gilmore's clearly your number one cornerback and he has to deal with, I mean, granted, I still think Gilmore is great. I would say he's a top, I don't think it's anything to argue or debate. I still think he's a top 10 cornerback. But getting up there in age, and, you know, you definitely would have loved if Diggs could have been on the other side, you know, but I think the Cowboys will figure it out. It's week 3. Again, a loss that you didn't want to take, but it's probably good that you did. And I think it's a good stepping stool, so to speak, to move forward. But again, if you were one of those Cowboy fans that were like, "Oh, we going to the Super Bowl. We didn't give up anything week 1, and we only gave up 10 points week 2. We Super Bowl bound and all of that." Either you are just that delusional of a fan, or you didn't watch the games. That's all I can say about that. But Cowboys will be fine. I'm calling it playoff team. Cardinals, not so much, but I think they are a lot tougher than what people give them credit for. And I do see when Kyler gets back and they can finally, build a more of a just a more top heavy, team in regards to the roster, I think they'll be fine. But again, this is a couple of years down the line. It's definitely not this year. Definitely not. But y'all let me know how y'all felt about the game. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about both teams, the Cardinals and Cowboys. And let me know, what did you learn and what do you expect from these teams moving forward. Really excited to see how both teams go about the rest of the season, because it's off to a great start, the NFL season. It's a lot more unpredictable than a lot of people, care to imagine. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But I appreciate y'all for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, peace.